Your annual fee just posted, $95. Last year, this card felt exciting. This year, you can only remember using $38 of its benefits. Do you keep it, cancel it, or ask for a downgrade? Do not answer yet. The worst time to make this decision is while staring at the fee and feeling annoyed. Instead, give the card a 5-minute renewal audit. Here is the rule. Last year's sign-up excitement does not pay next year's fee. A card has to earn its next 12 months based on value you will realistically use, not benefits you could theoretically use. Before we do the math, one safety rule. Rewards only make sense when you pay your statement balance in full and avoid interest. If your card gives you a grace period, paying the full statement balance by the due date can help you avoid interest on purchases. If you are revolving debt, solve the interest problem before optimizing rewards. This is educational content, not financial advice, and you should verify current card terms directly with the issuer before making a change. The audit has 5 questions. What job does the card perform? What value did you actually use? What will the next year cost? What changes if you close it? And what options does the issuer actually offer? Question 1. What job does this card perform? Every card in a simple wallet needs a role. Maybe it is your travel card. Maybe it covers dining. Maybe it keeps a pool of rewards usable. Maybe it provides a benefit you use without changing your behavior. Write that job in 1 sentence. If you cannot, the card may be surviving on habit instead of purpose. Now, remove the card from your wallet on paper. What purchase becomes worse? What trip becomes harder? What reward becomes inaccessible? What protection disappears? If the honest answer is nothing important, that is useful evidence. But, I like having it is not a job. I might travel someday is not a job. A real job connects to behavior already visible in your calendar, purchases, or redemptions. Question 2. What value did you actually use? Open the last 12 months of statements and make 3 columns: automatic value, effort value, and unused value. Automatic value happened naturally. You made a purchase you were already going to make, used the card, and received a benefit without extra spending. Effort value required a reminder, a special merchant, a portal, a deadline, or a purchase you moved around to trigger a credit. That value can still count, but discount it for friction. Unused value does not count. A benefit worth $100 on a marketing page is worth 0 to you if you never used it. And a $50 credit is not worth $50 if it caused you to spend $60 you would not otherwise have spent. Return to our example. You paid a $95 fee and used $38 of benefits naturally. The card also earned $22 more than a realistic no-fee alternative would have earned on the same spending. 38 plus 22 is 60. Against a $95 fee, the card starts $35 behind. That does not automatically mean cancel. It means the card needs another defensible job worth at least $35 next year. Not a fantasy redemption, not a benefit you forgot twice. A job you can name and expect to use. Question 3. What will the next 12 months cost? Start with the annual fee, then subtract only realistic value. Compare the result with the best simple alternative you would actually use. The formula is annual fee minus natural credits minus extra rewards over the alternative minus benefits you would genuinely pay for anyway. What remains is the card's net cost. Be conservative. If a benefit is difficult to use, reduce its value. If a reward requires a redemption you rarely make, reduce its value. If keeping the card adds another app, another deadline, and another statement to monitor, count that friction too. Now look forward, not backward. A trip you took last year cannot justify a fee if you have no similar travel planned. A credit you use during a temporary promotion should not be treated as permanent value. The renewal decision belongs to the next 12 months. At this point, the card will usually land in one of three zones. Green means keep. It has a clear role, produces value above its net cost, and fits behavior you expect to repeat. Yellow means investigate. The math is close, or one important rule is unclear. This is where you check the current account agreement, rewards terms, and issuer options before acting. Red means change. The card has no meaningful role, the realistic value stays below the fee, or keeping it creates spending temptation or complexity that is not worth it. Question 4. What changes if you close it? Do not use the shortcut that closing a card is always bad, and do not use the shortcut that canceling a fee is always smart. Closing a card can reduce your available credit. If your balances stay the same, that can raise your credit utilization and potentially lower your score. The exact effect depends on the rest of your credit profile, so nobody can responsibly promise a number of points. Before closing, write down the card's credit limit and your total balances across cards. Ask how much of your total available credit would disappear. If you are planning to apply for a mortgage, auto loan, or other important credit soon, this deserves extra care. Also, check rewards before touching the account. Are the rewards tied to this card, shared across an issuer ecosystem, or subject to a deadline after closure? The answer varies. Verify it in the current terms or with the issuer. Do not assume points will remain, and do not transfer or redeem them blindly just because a fee posted. Check recurring charges too. A canceled card can break a subscription, insurance payment, phone bill, or other auto pay. Make a list and move those charges before closure. Keeping every card open is not a universal rule. If an annual fee or poor terms outweigh the benefits, or if closing helps you avoid debt you cannot pay off, closing may be the better system decision. The goal is not to protect a card. The goal is to protect your finances, and you do not need to carry a balance to build credit. Payment history and responsible use matter. Paying interest is not a credit-building strategy. Question 5. What options does the issuer actually offer? There may be more than keep or cancel. You can ask whether a product change to a lower fee or no-fee card is available. But treat a downgrade as a question, not an assumption. Eligibility, available products, credit line treatment, annual fee timing, and reward access can vary by issuer and account. Ask 5 precise questions. What product change options are available today? Will the account number change? What happens to my rewards? When does the new product take effect? And how is the annual fee handled? Write down the answers and, when possible, confirm them in the current terms. Do not make the decision based only on a generic online data point from someone else's account. A downgrade can be attractive when you want to preserve the account relationship and available credit while removing a fee, but it can also trade away benefits or change how rewards work. Compare the new product with the simple alternative you would choose if you were starting fresh today. Now make the decision. Keep the card when the next 12 months show a clear role, realistic value above cost, and no simpler alternative that serves you nearly as well. Investigate a downgrade when the account still helps your system, but the annual fee version no longer earns its place. Consider canceling when the role is gone, the realistic math fails, and you understand the effects on available credit, rewards, recurring charges, and timing. If the math is close, simplicity wins. A card that produces $10 of theoretical upside but requires monthly reminders, forced spending, and constant checking may be a bad trade. Here is your renewal checklist. Pause and write these down. 1. The card's job in one sentence. 2. Value actually used during the last 12 months. 3. Realistic value expected during the next 12 months. 4. Net cost compared with a simple alternative. 5. Consequences for available credit, rewards, and recurring charges. 6. Current product change options and fee timing confirmed with the issuer. 7. The final choice, plus the date you will review it again. The most honest credit card review happens when the annual fee posts again. Not because the fee makes the card bad, but because Renewal removes the launch day excitement and reveals the real job. Do not keep a card because you already paid once. Do not cancel it just to make the fee disappear. Audit the next year, verify the consequences, and choose the simplest option that makes your wallet stronger. If this framework helped, subscribe. The next wallet maintenance lesson will show how category traps can make a strong-looking reward setup weaker than a simple one. Keep every card in one clear system with CardsNest. Scan the QR code to download.